Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would take your seats, please, we will start very soon. Thank you.
Welcome to George Mason University. We are thrilled to be able to celebrate this outstanding achievement with all of you here today. Please be sure to follow all health recommendations to avoid the spread of COVID-19. All attendees are required to comply with the following policies. Maintain a safe social distance of 6 feet from other parties at all times. Keep a facial covering on at all times. Hand sanitizer is readily available in various locations. We ask that you remain in your seats throughout the duration of the ceremony. Graduates may process to the stage when signaled by a university marshal. Masks may be removed for photographs. Once the photograph is taken, please put your mask back on. For more information on Mason's COVID protocols, please visit gmu.edu.
The doctoral graduation ceremony for George Mason University has now begun. Please welcome Michelle Fagus for the singing of the national anthem. Michelle is graduating this May with her DMA in Music Performance from the Dewberry School of Music at Mason. Please stand for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Michelle, that was fantastic. To everyone here today, welcome and congratulations. I am Greg Washington, president of George Mason University, and I want to welcome all of you here today. You know, these type of affairs are highly choreographed and highly scripted. And I hope you will all bear with me today as I put the script away. This is a long time coming. Many of you don't know. 6 months ago, this was not possible. 3 months ago, this was not possible. 2 months ago, we thought this might be possible. And I look out today and to see all of you here, it is just a momentous occasion that we were able even to get to this point. You know, I tell people all the time that I feel like the finalists in season 1 of The Survivor. And I know many of you out there feel the same way. You have made it. You have gotten this far. This has been a year like no other, and you have survived because you are graduates like no other. Give yourselves a round of applause. This didn't happen by accident, however. The fact that we're sitting here in this great weather, the fact that we are sitting here on this particular date, had we had this event last week on this day, it would have been raining. And I've looked at the forecast. If we had this event next week on this day, it would be raining. This is absolutely perfect weather. Those of you who are in robes know that this is about as perfect as it can get. When I say this didn't happen by accident, it happened because of the commitment, the foresight, the dedication, and the great decision-making and execution of some really great people. Where is Rachel Quinn and her staff? I want you to wave your hands. I know you're around here somewhere. If I jump off the stage and do something wrong, they'll come out and tell me I'm right. So where are they? This could not have happened without them. For those of you who are students who are graduating, look around you, your faculty advisors that actually have worked to get you to this point. All of my faculty, would you all who are here please stand? All of my faculty who are here, will you please stand? Please give them a round of applause. You don't know what that faculty did to get us to this point. And then there's our leadership, our deans, our associate deans, our vice provosts, all of the members of our leadership team. Would you all please stand and be formally recognized? We had to find the budget to do this. We had to make great decisions to do this, and here are the people who executed and made that happen. So, I want to congratulate you graduates today on achieving the highest degree in course. I am honored to welcome you all here today in the company of scholars, and I am so pleased to be able to bring all of you together today to mark this milestone in your scholarly career. You have earned a doctorate from one of the nation's leading universities. Our PhD candidates for the class of 2020 and 2021 reflect the George Mason University faculty who inspired, instructed, and challenged you, and they represent the outstanding staff who supported you and made this happen. We take tremendous pride in your achievement. We always take pride in your achievement, but we take tremendous pride this day because we all know what it took to get us to this day. And I am so honored and humbled that you will carry on the pole of noble pursuit of discovery and knowledge for decades to come. I also want to thank you, graduates. You meant and will continue to mean a lot to this institution and a lot to this country. While pursuing your PhD, many of you were also teachers, researchers, members of our armed services, mentors, and all who made a positive impact on Mason students and faculty. You shared your gifts. Many students have discovered and refined their own academic passions because of your example. And you've brought a fresh perspective to scholarly work. Mason and the students you have served benefited greatly to your contributions, and I thank you for that. What does this mean? You have an earned PhD. You have earned that doctor designation. This is a testament to your motivation, your passion, your determination, and most importantly, your expertise. It also announces that you've made just about the most fulfilling choice any human being can make: a conscious decision to never stop learning. To live a life of curiosity and questioning. Why? How? What else? What does this knowledge and information mean? Already, by earning this degree, you've created knowledge and information that future generations can build upon. May your thrill of discovery and your ability to view, challenge as opportunity never, ever, ever wane. This PhD comes with responsibility, however. I can say that in part because we actually need you. Yes, this is a great time. Yes, this is a momentous occasion. Yes, many have struggled to bring us to this point. But the reality is that my generations and generations before have saddled you with complex, interconnected problems, real, massive, grand challenges. We're dealing with one today as we sit. We need you to solve them. We need you to do better than what we have done so that we can have a healthy planet, healthy people, healthy societies, and healthy economies. Yeah, it's asking a lot, but this past year and a half has told me in very, very stark and direct terms that you all are up for the challenge. I am not worried. You are going to make this thing happen, and I am going to be able to sit in the comfort of retirement knowing that you all have had a job well done. I am looking forward to the great things that you will do. When the times get difficult, when it gets hard, I want you to look back at this time. Let this be a marker. Mason has given you an example. We need you. And we think we've provided an ideal example here at Mason for how things can be done. This past year, clearly, as I said earlier, has challenged all of us, but it's also shown that research isn't always what you're pursuing, but what the world needs you to pursue. A number of you in this audience shifted course, changed your research, thought about new problems in new ways because you were presented with a new reality. Think back on this as we move forward and you deal with those major challenges that are coming before you. Some of our most talented Mason researchers from across all disciplines literally stepped away from their work. They developed rapid saliva-based tests and a new model for analyzing antibodies. They created a health check system and an app to keep our campus safe. They developed models for keeping us safe. They outlined and established vaccine clinics. They volunteered and engaged at those clinics. They found better ways to get COVID research funds into the hands of experts. They developed and launched free seminars to help teachers and parents and caregivers all around the world to improve online teaching and learning. They studied the impact of the virus on the elderly, a susceptible group both physically and emotionally. And during all of this, they outlined the steps that countries should take now to prepare for the next global crisis. Look, I can sit here and I can go on and on and on. But this is why I am not worried. You will do this, and you will do extraordinarily well. This is your charge as PhDs. I can sum it up in 2 words. Help us. Recognize and diagnose problems as swiftly as possible while anticipating new challenges. Be flexible in your work and continually ask the question, how can I have the greatest impact? Where is my knowledge most needed? How am I using my gifts to serve my community, my state, my country, and my planet? As much hard work as you've put in to get to this point, the hardest work is indeed yet to come. And I know you are prepared to confront any challenge based on your history. Congratulations again for this outstanding achievement. Can we please give them a round of applause. I would now like to introduce you to the Provost of the George Mason University, Dr. Mark Ginsberg.
Thank you, President Washington. In the ceremony which is about to begin, all candidates have been approved by the faculty of the college for which they appear. All degrees are awarded contingent upon certification of the registrar that the degree requirements have satisfactorily been completed. President Washington, as provost, I have the honor to present candidates for doctoral degrees, the highest degrees in course. Will the candidates for degrees of Doctor of Arts and Doctor of Philosophy please rise and remain standing?
I confer on you the doctoral degree for which you stand. I bestow upon you all of the rights and privileges belonging to that degree, and I welcome you into the company of scholars.
I call upon the new doctors and their advisors to proceed towards the stage as directed by ushers. Please maintain an appropriate distance as you approach the stage while keeping your mask in place. As your photograph is taken on stage, you may choose to remove your mask briefly for that photograph. And while we welcome your family and your friends to take your photo, we ask them to please do so from your seats and not to approach the stage. After you leave the stage, we ask that you return to your seats, and you will be directed to do so by the ushers. As the candidates proceed to the stage, I also am pleased to extend my deep and sincere personal congratulations. Doctoral education is challenging, and doctoral education is engaging in studies that are both inspiring and also rewarding. You've chosen a path that provides a rampway to great achievements and also for consequential impact. You have dived deeply into a field and a topic that you've chosen for your research, and you've needed to work hard, to focus, and yes, to persevere. But also to remain patient and optimistic, even during those moments of frustration when you wondered if you would ever complete your doctoral course of study. It's been said that pursuing a doctoral degree is a daring adventure. Indeed it is. And through it all, you've accomplished what few are able to do. Less than 2% of our nation's population hold a doctoral degree. But now you're prepared to pursue knowledge by asking questions and researching answers to the most vexing, complex, and important problems that we face today, and as President Washington also said, that we will face in our future. As you enter the community of scholars that attaining a doctoral degree infers, you are poised to have an impact and to engage in your work in your field in consequential ways. I look forward to learning about your next daring adventure, and I am confident that you will make a positive difference in your community, in our nation, and indeed our world. I'm inspired by you, pleased for you, proud of you, and I celebrate each and every one of you. All of us at Mason delight in applauding your achievements. Again, congratulations. And now it is my pleasure to introduce University Marshal Dr. Jeanette Muir. Dr. Muir will announce the candidates by field of study. Dr. Muir.
Mr. President, I present new Doctors of Arts whose field of study is musical arts. Kanoka Chikami. Michelle Fagus. Estrella Hong. Brendan Michael Schnabel. Go ahead. What's your name? Juan Francisco Megna. Christopher? Christopher Troiano. Oh, yeah, then you can go. Mr. President, I present new doctors whose field of study is nursing practice. Kusha Ahatam. Kate Asiedu. Oh, they're waiting for advisors. Where's your advisor? Okay. Cynthia Awadzi. Where's Sarah? Okay. Jennifer Briesman. Wait. Are you? I know. Where's your card? Okay, you're too. What's your? Are you nursing? No. You're too soon. You need to go back. Okay. You're not quite. Do you have your advisor with you? No. Okay, then you're going to. Okay. Erica Edge. Alexander Alebo. And you're Nora? Okay, hang on just a second. Nora Elnahas. Okay, you are too soon. We're in nursing right now. Yes. Are you nursing? Okay, you're not yet. We need to be in order, okay? We're looking for the nurses. Any nurses, come on over. Alexa Gallagher. Anu George. Kerniba Gonim. Megan Harvey. Tanshanika Shalamis Helem. Elizabeth Horst. Go right ahead. Janice Kim. Ellen Kodua Akbo. Leah Marie Kujawski. Catherine Lancaster. Lindsay Najum. Hong Ong Ashley Nguyen. Okay. Josephine Amari Yaboa. Felicia Tanner Pinn. Kayla Potter. Carla Reynoso. Soledad Soto Federifino. Melissa Swenson. Karen Webb. Tesfa McConan. Katrina White. Mr. President, I present new doctors of philosophy whose field of study is bioinformatics and computational biology. Kalpana Domaraju. Thomas McCarty. Munger. Eric, oops, sorry, wait. Eric Munger. Christopher Mark Civey. Mr. President, I present new doctors of philosophy whose field of study is biosciences. Daniel Pinto. Take your mask off. Mask off. Mr. President, I present new doctors of philosophy whose field of study is communication. Kristen M.F. Tim. Mr. President, I present new doctors of philosophy whose field of study is computational science and informatics. James P. Andrews. Mr. President, I present new doctors of philosophy whose field of study is computer science. Fee Hung Lee. Take your mask off. You can take your mask off. Okay, yeah. Sahar Sadat Syed Mazoom. Mr. President, I present new doctors of philosophy whose field of study is conflict analysis and resolution. Carol Daniel Kaspari. Wait, I'm sorry? Cynthia Nassif. These are the four names. Sabah Tesfa Johannes Gedani Heritage. James Moon. Criminology. Mr. President, I present new doctor of philosophy whose field of study is criminology, law, and society. Amy December. Mr. President, I present new doctor of philosophy whose field of study is cultural studies. Amy Dixon Anthony. Take your mask off. Mr. President, I present new doctors of philosophy whose field of study is Earth Systems and Geoinformation Sciences. Troy Douglas Curry. Mr. President, I present new doctors of philosophy whose field of study is economics. David C. Coker. Take your mask off. Mask off. Yeah. Nathan P. Goodman. Malcolm? Are you Malcolm? Yeah, okay. Malcolm Scott King. Edward Austin Middleton. Caitlin Woltz. Elif Demerel Saglam. Oh, nope. Now we have, whoop. This is Ahmad Atif, Doctor of Philosophy in Education. So, Mr. President, I present the rest of the new doctors of philosophy whose field of study is education. Morgan Fisher. Carrie Klein. Kathleen Jane Kraus-Zdrozny. Carlos Lavin. Kelly Gina Liu. Megan M. Sims Fujita. You want your middle name? You want your middle name? You. Monique Apollon Williams. Okay. It's okay here. Mr. President, I present new Doctor of Philosophy whose field of study is electrical and computer engineering, Ashkan Vakil. Mr. President, I present new Doctor of Philosophy whose field of study is health services research, Timothy Coffin. Mr. President, I present new Doctor of Philosophy whose field of study is history, Roger Connor. Daniel Curry. Richard Hardesty. Mr. President, I present the Doctor of Philosophy of Economics, Elif Demerel Saglam. Mr. President, I present new Doctors of Philosophy whose field of study is information technology, Habib Habasian. Mr. President, I present new Doctor of Philosophy whose field of study is mathematics, Ratna Khatri. Mr. President, I present new Doctor of Philosophy whose field of study is political science, Jatiya Raitan. Mr. President, I present new Doctors of Philosophy whose field of study is psychology, Paul Joseph Beatty. Samantha Dubrow. You can keep it. Just, yeah, take your. Jordan E. Greenberg. Courtney Riccardi. Zeh Ju. Mr. President, I present new Doctors of Philosophy whose field of study is public policy, Victoria Bryant. Jim Cahill. Gia? Okay, hang on. Gia C. Cromer. Yeonju Kim. Pete Pataskal. Mr. President, I present new Doctor of Philosophy whose field of study is sociology, Katie Matthew. Mr. President, I present new Doctors of Philosophy whose field of study is writing and rhetoric, Sarah Johnson. And Mr. President, I present to you new Doctor of Philosophy whose field of study is musical arts and performance, Na-Yoon Choi. And as she says, last but not least, Mr. President, a new Doctor of Philosophy and Cultural Studies, Tawhida Yansin. And will all the doctoral degrees please be seated if you are standing? Mr. President, this completes the awarding of the highest degrees in course. Thank you. Please, everyone.
Congratulations again, graduates. I'd like to welcome Michelle Fagus back to the stage for the singing of our alma mater. Michelle?
George Mason, we honor you today. Our alma mater is the source of patriot pride. From far and near round the world we come to learn side by side. Our namesake George Mason saw truths that few could see, declaring all of humankind is equally free. His truth lives today in the heart and soul of our university. We love our George Mason. We're proud of our green and gold. Those colors stay with us. Those colors grow with us. Those colors keep us patriots, true and bold.
Once again, I would like to congratulate all our doctoral graduates on this wonderful accomplishments. Each time you see doctor in front of your name, think about what you had to go through to get that title, because you have indeed earned it, and we couldn't be more proud of you. Congratulations. Give all of our doctorates a round of applause.
Please remain standing while the platform party recesses.
Congratulations, graduates. Please remain seated until your row is dismissed by an usher or university marshal. We want to ensure everyone's health and safety. Please maintain 6 feet of social distance from other parties when exiting.